One of you, please, tell me.
I'll toss you first.
No, you won't. I'll toss you. There. Now I get to tell. What's all the racket out here?
Ellie's about to tell me who she just seen.
Who, Ellie? The fellow that sold Paul Central Park. Honest John Schaefer.
Well, doggy.
You mean that Honest John is right here in Beverly Hills? Yes, ma'am. The most exciting news of the whole year. And that lummox lays there half asleep. Get up, lazy bones. Ellie just seen Honest John Schaefer.
Granny, I seen him too. I was driving the truck.
Did you stop and talk to him?
No,
we
sir, we
couldn't.
didn't.
You tell him, Ellie. No more tossing.
Couldn't stop on account of the traffic. And by the time we drove around the block, he was gone. We've got to find him.
That's the truth. Finest man I ever run into.
Salt of the earth.
He sure deserves that name, Honest John. He sold me Central Park, Statue of Liberty, Staten Island Ferry, Brooklyn Bridge, Empire State Building, and the Algonquin Hotel, all for $10,000.
That's what I call a real bargain.
Then he turned around and gave you your money back.
I'll never forget our leave taking there in Central Park. What we're trying to say, Honest John, is that you're just about the nicest fellow we ever met. We're proud to know you.
Well, I gotta get going. Well, so long.
Oh, wait, here comes Granny. She'll want to tell you goodbye.
Goodbye? Is Honest John leaving?
Yeah, Granny. He's got to go to Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been so nice knowing you. Take care of yourself, young fella.
Yeah, I will. Swell. Well, so long.
God bless you, son.
Look, folks, I got no use for this money. I mean, what's a few thousand to somebody like me? I'm loaded.
Well, I got plenty myself.
Give it to the Indians at the Algonquin.
He's one of nature's noblemen. Well, leastwise we know he's here in Beverly Hills.
I sure wish we knowed where.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Flo Schaefer.
She moved to Australia.
Flo, it's me, Shifty.
Shifty, baby!
Oh, son.
What's the matter? Have the police got a tail on you?
No, just supposed to have it. Gee, it's good to see you again, you floozy.
It's good to see you, you louse.
Wedding ring? It's gone? Finally got a divorce, oh well. I can't blame you.
Are you kidding? Me divorce you? Never. I love you.
Oh, where's the ring?
I hocked it.
What'd you get?
$10.
Well, it's a clear profit. I stole it.
Oh, Shifty. We were such a great team. What split us up?
Your mother? Where is the old bat?
Please, honey. Mother's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She'll be out in 6 months.
Look, honey, sit down. Something I gotta tell you, and I don't know how you're gonna take it.
Sounds serious.
It is. It's the toughest confession I ever had to make, and I know you're gonna hate me.
Shifty, I could never hate you. So you met a younger, prettier girl. You married her. You're a bigamist. So what? I forgive you.
No.
You didn't marry the girl. That's even worse. Don't worry about it. I still love you.
That's not it.
You've joined a mob. Gambling, girls, dope, rackets, everything. Relax, you're still my man.
That isn't it, honey.
Then what? Tell, baby.
Flo, I've gone straight. I've turned honest.
You dirty rat! Don't you touch me, you
baby, you don't...
Now I want a divorce.
Sweetheart.
You just be glad that Mother isn't here. She'd beat you to a pulp.
No, let me at least tell you how it happened. What turned me honest?
I don't want to hear that kind of talk. Makes my flesh crawl. Get out!
Angel.
Get out! I can't stand the sight of you.
Oh, please, none of my friends will speak to me since I've turned honest.
Who can blame them? You're sick.
I know it, baby, and I need help.
Go to a head shrinker.
What? Can I go to a head shrinker and say, make me a crook?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I can help you shake off this terrible hang-up.
I know you can, dear. I know you can. Because you're so completely rotten.
Thanks, doll. You always did have a way with words.
Sure hope they find Honest John.
And fetch him home to stay with us.
Be honored to have a man like that under our roof.
He's a living saint.
I hope he ain't forgot about us.
They were rubes, hicks, yokels, pigeons to be plucked.
And millionaires?
Ah, it was beautiful. The perfect setup. For openers, I sold them Central Park.
You're kidding.
And collected the money in cash. Right there in the park.
Well, doggy, there's some big ones in there. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still got me some walking around money.
Well, what do you say we get up and walk around a little? Before I was through, I sold them half of New York. Had the dough in my pocket and a plane ticket to Chicago.
So what happened?
What happened? They got to me.
How?
Well, they're so kind, so sweet, so trusting, so honest, so sincere.
Stop that kind of talk. That's disgusting.
And anyway, that's when I went wrong.
Honey, there's only one way to cure your sickness. You gotta find those hillbillies and take them.
I'm no match for them, Flo. They're too honorable, too loving, too warm, too tender, generous, trusting.
Not again. I'm gonna make you wash your mouth out with soap.
Maybe I can con somebody else, but...
It's gotta be those hillbillies. As my father used to say, if you fall off a horse, you gotta get back on and ride that same horse again.
And he should know. He was the greatest jockey ever to throw a race.
Now, hop on a plane, go to New York, and do as I tell you.
Okay, if I... Wait a minute. They're here. They live here.
In Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Find them, fool them, fleece them, and forget them.
I'll do it for you, Flo. I'll lie, I'll cheat, I'll steal, I'll con them out of every penny they got.
That's the way to talk, champ.
You know what I'll do? I'll show them no mercy. I'll be cruel, ruthless. I'll leave them starving and destitute. I'll destroy them. I'll be an absolute beast.
How can you help but love a doll like that?
On the way I'm back, just made my first heist.
Oh, wonderful. Who'd you clip?
You, here's your necklace.
Beautiful,
Isn't that
Shifty.
great?
Beautiful.
The earrings I'll keep.
Did the young'uns fetch Honest John home?
Not yet, but I see you're ready for him.
Well, he always did admire my appearance, Jed. Couldn't get over how young I looked. He was well named Honest John.
True. I just thought of an idea how we might get in touch with him.
Good.
Remember what close friends he was with the New York police?
They met him at the airport and took him to the station to visit with them.
And they fetched him Central Park in their own car.
Remember, we're giving you 24 hours. So long, pals. Call me anytime. Thanks for the lift. Glad to see you, Mr. Clampett.
What did that policeman mean?
What did you hear?
Well, he said they was going to give you 24 hours.
Oh, that, yes. But you see, ordinarily, New York closes promptly at 9 p.m. Lights out. However, due to my influence, I have persuaded the police to leave the city open for 24 hours so that you may see it at night.
Is that a fact?
Times Square, Broadway, 42nd Street. All the famous thoroughfares will be lit up just for you.
He sure kept his promise.
That night when we flew out of New York, I never seen so many bright lights in my born days.
That's our plan to locate him. If he's that friendly with the New York police, chances are he's got some friends in uniform out here.
Good thinking, Jed.
So I'm going to call the station and ask them, have they seen Honest John Schaefer?
Honest John!
Ellie Mae!
Oh, I'm not Ellie Mae. I'm Granny.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for it. To me, you're identical twins. It's good to see you.
Well, Honest John, this is a great pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, dear friend. Ah, how often I thought of those wonderful times we had together in New York.
You know, I still feel bad about you giving the money back for all that real estate that we bought from you.
Tut, forget it. Our friendship transcends mere money.
Well, that may well be, but I'd like you to have...
Something wrong, Jed?
I lost my walking around money.
Could this be it?
Where did you get that?
I found it outside on the stoop.
Oh, is Jethro back?
No, dear friend, I meant the little porch out front.
Doggies, I must have lost it when I was out there pumping my grinding wheel.
Well, here you are, safe and sound.
Anybody but Honest John would have kept it.
That's the truth. Matter of fact, I'd like him to keep it.
Wouldn't think of it, dear friend.
Well, then by rights, Central Park and all them other things still belongs to you.
Oh, well, I'll donate that to the city of New York so that everyone may enjoy them free.
You hear that, Granny?
The man's got a heart as big as all outdoors.
Which reminds me, I brought you a little gift.
Oh, Jed, look. Beautiful earrings.
They belong to my mother.
Yeah, it's paying you a great honor, Granny.
I'm afraid I'm going to bawl.
No tears. This is a happy occasion, a joyous reunion.
You're right. I'll go out to the kitchen and put on some coffee.
All right.
Well, Honest John, what brings you to Los Angeles?
I'm here to perform a service for humanity.
Well, that figures, but what is it?
Mr. Clampett, what would you say is the greatest problem facing the citizens of this community?
Well, I'd have to say it was the smog.
That's smart. Precisely why I'm here. The smart.
You like it?
Oh, no. I have a plan to get rid of it.
Well, that sure would be a great blessing.
Well, I plan to drill an enormous shaft through the San Bernardino Mountains, install a huge fan, and draw the smog away.
That's likely to cost a heap of money.
I have pledged my wealth, my sacred honor, to the completion of this humanitarian project.
And if I know you, you will haul off and give the whole thing to the city of Los Angeles.
Well, I plan to spread it around. Los Angeles will get the mountains. Burbank and Pasadena will get the giant fan.
Who's going to get the share?
Glad you asked me.
Wouldn't you know that this blessed saint of a man sitting here is the man that's going to get rid of the smog for us?
Isn't it going to cost you a fortune to drill that big hole through the mountain?
The fan alone took all of my cash resources, but I'll raise more.
Why don't you let me chip in some?
Jed's got better than 90 million laying in the bank.
No, please. I'll raise the money. I'll sell my war medals, my Nobel Peace Prize. And as a last resort, I could always get $20 a pint for my blood.
I can't let you do that, Honest John.
Please, let Jed help you.
I do hate to part with my war medals.
What do you figure it'll cost to finish up the job?
$15, $20 million?
Well, I'll just call Mr. Drysdale and have him write you out a check for $20 million.
Yeah, no checks.
Why not?
Well, names must appear on checks, and people find out who their benefactor is, and charity is only beautiful when it's anonymous.
Anon what?
Anonymous. Unknown. That's why I'm financing this entire project in cash.
Well, I know from experience that Mr. Drysdale don't keep $20 million in cash in his bank, but I'll get you what he's got.
No, please, forget it. It'll ask questions. You'll have to tell him what it's for. The secret will be out, and the whole project will lose its charm and beauty.
I don't have to tell him nothing. It's my money.
You do make it hard for me to say no.
I won't take no for an answer. You wait right here. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Well, here it is, Mr. Clampett. This is all the cash in the bank that could be spared at this time. It's more than $500,000.
Thank you, Miss Dean. I reckon that ought to get us started.
Us? What us? Who's us?
Sorry, Mr. Drysdale, I just can't tell you.
Well, at least you can tell me what you're going to do with it.
I done explained to you this is a secret project.
Oh, no.
Mr. Drysdale, don't behave like that.
Unless you tell me what it's for, you're not taking one penny of my money.
This is Mr. Clampett's money. He has a right to withdraw it.
Well, yes, but make him tell me what he's gonna do with it, please.
Mr. Clampett, perhaps you could tell him just enough to alleviate his suffering. I'm afraid he's having acute withdrawal symptoms.
Well, I reckon it wouldn't do no harm to say that this money's gonna be used for drilling.
Drilling? Where?
I don't believe I better say no more.
Then I'm not letting go.
Shame of you.
Mr. Drysdale, you promised to keep it an absolute secret.
May interest rates drop.
For him, that is a sacred oath.
All right. It's the San Bernardino Mountains, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh. Oh. That old mountain gold is found all again. Call my real estate broker. Have you start buying up the San Bernardino Mountains.
Miss Jane says there's better than $500,000 in there. Of course, I ain't counted it.
Who cares? If we can't trust one another, where's the joy of life?
Mr. Schaefer!
See, Granny? I told you I could bomb him with brainwaves and ESP him here.
Hiya, Jethro.
Gee, it's so good to shake your hand again.
I see you still have the grip of a gorilla.
Yeah, but our brains ain't the same.
Oh, that's all right, Jethro. Yours will do. Well, must be all friends.
What's in the sack?
Better than $500,000 in cash?
And you know what Honest John is going to do with it? He's going to commence getting rid of our smog.
Hey, that's great.
Isn't that wonderful?
There's only one way to put it. The man is a living saint. Bless you, Honest John.
And thank you for saving all the little critters and birds.
And thank you for saving the young'uns and old folks that couldn't hardly breathe no more.
And the trees and the flowers are dying air pollution. They thank you, too.
Well, tell them they're welcome. Well, I'll be gone now.
Jethro, heft that money on the truck and take Honest John wherever he wants to go.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Too bad you can't move in and stay with us. It would be a joy and an honor.
Well, next time maybe, well. Glad to see you.
And remember, there is plenty more money where that come from whenever you need it.
Swell.
Little critters, you thank Honest John for saving your lives.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's get out of here, Jethro.
A shaft through the mountains to blow away the smog. That's beautiful, Shifty, beautiful. Where'd you stash the money?
Oh, I wish you could have been there to see me work, Flo. I've never been better.
I told you you could make a comeback, Chad. Where'd you stash the money?
I was brilliant. It was like taking candy away from a baby.
Where'd you stash the candy?
It was a classic cape. A textbook con job.
Where's the $500,000?
Don't worry about it.
I like to worry. Where is it?
I gave it back.
I didn't hear right. You didn't say I gave it back.
That's what I said. And that's what I did.
Come to my arms, baby.
I don't feel romantic right now, honey.
Neither do I. I'm gonna break every bone in your body.
I couldn't help myself. They were so trusting, so honest, so...
Oh, wait, that's
Flo! Flo! Flo!
Look at me, Flo! I'll show you!
What's funny?
I don't care!
Flo!
You're going to be in the White House your whole life!
Simple enough. Just drill a big shaft through the mountain, put in a giant fan, and suck away all the smog.
Leave it to Honest John.
Of course, he said himself he feels kind of responsible for the smog.
Why?
Well, you see, the San Bernardino Mountains, it holds all the smog in what they call the Los Angeles Basin, belongs to Honest John.
Well, I'll be switched.
See, on his mother's side, he comes from an old Spanish family, the Bernardinos.
Well, there's one thing for sure. If Honest John says he's going to get rid of the smog, you can have confidence.
That's the truth. Well, even back in New York, the police said he's one of the greatest confidence men in the country.
The man's a living saint.
Ellie Mae, what are you doing with Honest John's money?
That's the $500,000 in cash your pa gave him to commence drilling.
I know, but Jethro said Honest John sent it back. He wouldn't keep it.
$500,000 in cash, in your hand, and you gave it back.
Flo, you don't know these people.
What's to know? They're rich. They're dumb. They're pigeons.
They're beautiful, Flo. Kind, trusting, sweet, simple, honest.
I warned you not to use that kind of language in front of me.
Let's face it. I'm a failure. If you want a divorce, I don't blame you.
Now, Shifty.
Look, I'm a lousy husband. When you needed me most, when you depended upon me, what did I do? I turned honest.
Anybody can slip.
You didn't, Flo. You haven't changed since the day I married you. You're still the same girl. Deceitful, crooked, sensational pickpocket, fabulous shoplifter, drive a great getaway car.
Maybe we could work together again. Team up like in the old days.
Would you, Flo? Please? You gotta help me rebuild my character.
It's hard to say no to you, Shifty.
Come on, baby. Let's seal it with a kiss. Put those purse-snatching arms around me, and let me feel those lying lips on mine.
Excuse me, Chief. Your real estate broker's here to see you.
Oh, good, good. Come in, Fred. You may go, Miss Hathaway. Mr. Drysdale, have you lost your mind buying all that land up in the San Bernardino Mountains?
Now listen, Fred. You may go, Miss Big Ears. Now listen, Fred, just follow instructions.
But you could bankrupt yourself buying all that wasteland. There's nothing up there except skunks, bobcats, and rattlesnakes.
On top, but underneath there's oil.
Oil? In the San Bernardino Mountains?
Do you want to start a land rush?
Well, what makes you think there's oil up there?
Have you ever heard of Jed Clampett?
Yeah.
Well, he found oil in the hills back at home, and now he's found oil in the hills out here.
Well, has he drilled a test well yet?
He doesn't have to. He shoots a bullet in the ground, and up comes the oil.
Oh, if I were you, I'd get a geologist's report.
Nuts to that. Then everybody will get in on it. This is my oil field.
Yeah, but do you realize there's hundreds of thousands of acres up in the San Bernardino Mountains? You can't buy it all.
You're right. I'll have to pinpoint the drilling site. Miss Hathaway!
Yes?
I have a little detective job for you. Now, I want you to find out exactly where Jed Clampett and his mysterious partner plan to drill. Then I'll buy the land.
Chief, Mr. Clampett is your friend. Your largest depositor, your benefactor. How can you undercut him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How?
I refuse to take any part of your nefarious schemes.
Then you're fired.
I quit.
Oh, no, you don't. I fired you.
Very well, that way I get severance pay.
You're not fired. Now, quit.
On second thought, I think I'll stay around and see what happens.
Okay, and get up to the Clampetts and find out where they're going to drill. There'll be a big, fat reward in it for you.
My reward will be seeing you get the reward you deserve for your greed and avarice.
Yeah, it should run into millions.
Say, Shifty, why do I have to wear this outfit?
Because I told the Clampetts my mother was Spanish.
Why can't I be your wife?
They don't think I'm mine, and besides, they love you. They're big mother people.
Shifty, I don't even speak the language. What if they say something to me in Spanish?
Are you kidding? They can barely speak English. You're beautiful. Let's go. Ole! Is this beautiful? Is this a mansion? Is this a layout?
Fidel, there's a wall safe behind this mirror.
Forget it, Flo.
Uh-huh, just as I thought. Get me the sandpaper, baby.
Flo, forget it.
But I pack it in 30 seconds. It's a coffee can.
Oh, you don't have to steal from these people. They give it to you. They force it on you. Now, behave yourself or you'll blow the whole caper. You nut. What, you have it?
Oh, dear friend, I have the honor and privilege of presenting my sainted mother, Ana Maria Fernandez Barcelona San Bernardino y Schaefer.
Howdy, Dan.
With pleasure to meet you.
Iguana.
Ah, she said the pleasure is hers. Iguana means pleasure in Spanish. Mother speaks almost knowing.
Well, we'd be mighty iguana to have you all move in and stay a while.
Ah, he said, se povo de hacienda Cesar Romero la cucuracha la Clampetts.
Ah, iguana.
As Mother said.
Oh, we caught that. Ellie, show these folks the 2 nicest rooms in the house.
Sure will, Granny. Y'all follow me upstairs.
Para das pueblos al centro tequila las Clampetts, Rio Grande.
Iguana.
Not only does she speak no English, she speaks very little Spanish.
It'd be a violation of any trust if you were to tell me where you plan to start to drill.
Well, like I told Mr. Drysdale, all I know is there's someplace in the San Bernardino Mountains.
Well, can't you localize it any more than that?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. If I knowed any more, it'd be a real iguana to tell you.
A real what?
Iguana. It means pleasure. My partner's Spanish mama uses a lot of iguanas.
Aren't they members of the reptile family?
No, ma'am, there's Bernardinos on her side.
Well, Miss Jane,
Hello, Granny. Nice to see you.
the iguana is mine.
Granny and me is catching on to that Spanish real good.
Would you like to stay and have victuals with Jed's secret partner and his mama?
Granny, if Miss Jane met my secret partner, he wouldn't be secret no more.
True.
I'll do this for you, Miss Jane. I'll go ask him where in the mountains we're going to drill.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Clampett.
Come and sit down, Miss Jane.
Oh,
Ain't it exciting about the smog?
smog?
Ain't you heard? We's getting rid of it.
Wonderful. How?
Well, Jed and his secret partner is drilling a great big tunnel through the San Bernardino Mountains and gonna pull away the smog.
That's the drilling Mr. Clampett needed the money for?
He drew $500,000 out of Mr. Drysdale's bank.
No oil or anything like that, just a tunnel.
That's right.
Oh, that's marvelous. That is just marvelous.
Ain't it a great idea?
Well, it's interesting. I trust that Mr. Clampett's secret partner is a qualified engineer.
Oh, I don't think they's gonna run a train through the tunnel. Just smog.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is sublime justice. Greed and avarice will reap their just rewards, and I shall be there to see it.
Miss Jane, the drilling's going to be through San Gorgonio Mountain.
Mr. Clampett, you have made me the happiest woman in all the world. Bless you. Bless you.
What was that all about?
I told her we was getting rid of the smog.
Well, if it pleases the rest of the folks as much as it does her, Los Angeles is going to be one mighty happy town.
She did seem really guanted.
Keep your hands off that safe.
Don't get uptight. I just want to keep in practice.
Practice later. We can take these clowns for millions. You just... dear friend. Thank you for entering at this moment. You have just saved me from a terrible tongue lashing.
Who from?
Sierra Madre here, my blessed mother. When I told her I had refused the gift of money my host had so graciously offered me, her Spanish temper flared and she scolded me mercilessly. She said it was tacos. That means rude.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say you was tacos, but I think you ought to take the money.
Yeah, and it's still here, right out in the kitchen.
Tell your mama. That ought to make her happy.
Sierra Madre escondido avocado a la kitchen.
Tortilla.
That means marvelous.
Good. Let's go get it.
Yes, good boy. Ellie Mae, what are you doing?
I'm money in the bank.
Money?
Yes, sir, Mr. Honest John. Just watch him. He's real clever. Come on, Virgil.
Oh, coins. Beautiful. Very interesting.
Billy Mae, that bird of yours didn't stuff $500,000 into something, did he?
No, sir, Paul.
Well, it's gone.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. That means unbelievable. Mother was referring to the trick that this bird just performed. Very oy vey.
But where is the money, Ellie?
Well, Jethro got the truck fixed, so he come in and got the money and went to look for Mr. Honest John.
Oy vey.
I think you'll find Jethro is the most oy vey boy that ever lived.
Well, y'all excuse us, because me and Virgil's going outside.
Well, don't worry, everybody. I'll just go down to Mr. Drysdale's bank and draw out another sack of money.
Tell your mama the good news.
Sierra Madre, Senor Clampett, Tijuana El Banco Escondido Avocado.
Ah, tortilla.
Escondido avocado. That must mean money.
Exactly. Say, you're picking up the language beautifully.
Yeah, thank you. Would you and your mama like to come down to the bank with me?
Tortilla.
Buzz, el badjo, la pistola, recognizito, arresto, stupido.
Honest, John, I don't know what you're saying to your mama, but from the tone of your voice, it sounds real tacos.
Yes, I'm afraid I inherited a bit of her fiery Spanish temper. El forgivo, Sierra Madre.
Guadalajara.
Oh, that's one of the beautiful Spanish words. It literally means she loves me. She forgives me.
Mighty pretty language. Well, I'll go down and get all the Escondido avocado Mr. Drysdale's got.
I'll give him victuals, Jed.
Good, Granny. Y'all iguana yourselves.
Honest, John, ask your mama how she'd like some owl gizzards and some pickled skunk shanks.
El Hungrito?
Yuck.
Well, it loses something in the translation, but that means we're both on a diet.
Fred? Yeah, Mr. Drysdale? I got it pinpointed. The drilling site. Mount San Gorgonio. There's no oil there. That's nothing but a great big pile of stone. What are you, a geologist or a real estate broker?
Well, we did a little better this time, Mr. Clampett. $700,000 in cash.
Thank you, Miss Jane.
Wait a minute. What's this for?
We needed to commence drilling.
Not on my land.
Whose land?
My land is your land.
It ain't my land, so it ain't your land either.
Oh, please, Mr. Clampett, don't start drilling yet.
Why not?
Well, it's the rainy season. You might get wet.
Dry as a bone out there.
Will you die of thirst?
Drysdale, I'm in a hurry. Now get off of my Escondido avocado.
No.
You're acting awful tacos. Why don't you be more, tortilla?
Tortilla?
Yeah, it's a good thing Granny ain't here to see him.
I believe you're talking about a thin, crusty corn product.
That's Granny. Good thing she ain't here to see how you're acting. But anyway, I Guadalajara ya.
What are you reading, Honest John?
What? Oh, this is a travel folder, Brandy. I plan to take Mother on a trip as soon as you finish our caper.
Paper?
A Spanish delicacy made of wine and olives.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your appetite is coming back. I fetched you a whole basket full of goodies from my root cellar.
I'm really not hungry.
You will be when you know what I got. I got groundhog meatballs, beaver tail fried in possum fat, and a roast breast of buzzard.
Give you my word, I couldn't eat a bite.
Oh, I know what will tantalize that finicky appetite of yours. I'll fetch you some goat cheese.
No, thanks.
It won't take a minute. I got it in the wall safe in the front hall.
You keep it wet?
In the wall safe behind the mirror in the front hall.
And you keep goat cheese in it?
Well, I used to keep it in my root cellar, but the Board of Health made me take it out. The neighbors got to complaining. It's awful ripe.
Where's Flo?
Flo?
A Spanish term of endearment. I have many such for my mother.
Oh, well, I don't know where your mama is.
I think I do. be here. Listen, I want Flo. Flo. What is it? Flo. Flo, what?
Flo. What happened to your mama?
She fainted. Very delicate lady. Spanish aristocracy.
I'll get my medical bag. I'm a doctor, you know.
Flo. Come on, Flo. Hey, snap out of it. Flo.
I got something in here that'll fetch her around.
Wait a minute. What is it you're giving my mother? What?
Don't worry, it'll make her feel a guano. Holy cow.
A very religious woman, my mother. You see, in Spain, the cow is sacred. The bulls, they don't treat too well. But...
Tell her to take it easy with that stuff, Honest John. That's for medicinal purposes only.
Well, here's your escondida avocado. What's the matter with your mama?
She fainted, but the doctor here revived her.
She's got thin Spanish blood, Jed. High-born, you know.
Well, here's $700,000 for you to commence drilling.
Beautiful. You're a beautiful man.
You're right, tortilla yourself.
Honest John, would you tell your mama that I'm going to take her outside for a breath of fresh air?
Sierra Madre, la gringo doctor, dobe, enchilada. We'll be on our way if you don't... Hey, it's heavy, isn't it?
Well, I'll have Jethro heft that on the truck for you quick as he gets home.
I don't think we better wait. You see, smog is getting worse, people are coughing. Time is of the essence. I'll call a cab. Okay, baby, here it is. Let's blow. Driver, give me a hand with the bag.
No! This belongs to the sweetest people in the whole world. And you're not going to take it from them.
Blow.
Sierra Madre to you.
Oh, boy.
Those sweet people in there never gave us anything but iguana. And now you want to be tacos. I'll never Guadalajara you again. You bum.
Are you folks still here?
Unfortunately.
Why's your mama crying?
Homesick. Homesick for the place of her birth.
Jersey City.
A quaint little hamlet nestled in the hills above Barcelona. Sierra Madre. El pronto el lambo, eh?
Don't forget your escondida avocado.
No escondido avocado.
What?
Oh, well, Mother's had a change of heart. She would not allow me to take your money.
Well, what about the smog?
Yeah, I'm going to keep working on that. Well, driver, let's go. Here we go. To the hills above Barcelona.
Oh, Jed, they forgot the money.
Sierra Madre wouldn't take it. She was awful homesick and anxious to get back to Spain and visit Jersey City.
That's sweet. Did you know that cows were sacred there?
In Jersey City?
All over Spain.
Well, doggy.
Yonder comes Miss Jane and Mr. Drysdale.
Howdy, folks. Too bad you didn't get here much sooner.
Yeah, you could have met Jed's partner in the Sierra Madre.
Sierra Madre is a mother mountain.
Well, she was kind of stout, but I wouldn't go that far.
Mr. Clampett, I have some news for you. I now own practically all of San Gorgonio Mountain.
Is that a fact?
Yes, he had to mortgage everything, even borrow money from several rival banks at 9% interest.
That's not important. The important thing is that if Mr. Clampett and his secret partner want to drill for oil, they have to lease the land from me.
We ain't gonna drill for oil.
You ain't?
They just drilling a great big tunnel through the mountain to suck out the smog.
Mom?
I best stretch my medical bag. I think he's gonna faint.
Likely he's got thin blood, like Sierra Madre. Now, don't you worry. Granny will have you feeling iguana in no time.
Iguana is a great big lizard.
Oh, ma'am, it's a big pleasure.
Well, let me say it is a real iguana to see the chief in this condition.